Hi, this is Dr. Rob Dickinson, DNP, the Psych NP Coach, and I want to give you my top 10 pitfalls to watch for your first year of practice or seeking your first job in practice after graduation. Number 10 is who is managing your schedule. Do you have any say in your schedule? Who's going to be scheduling for you? Are they just going to be automatically scheduling for you? Now, don't get me wrong, this is a business. They want to get you as many people on your schedule as possible. So there's going to be somebody that's helping drive your schedule, but ultimately you want to know who that is. You want to know if there's any flexibility in that, and do you have any control over your schedule? Pitfall number 9 to watch out for is who exactly is running the show. I would ask that. Is it a therapist that owns a practice, a social worker, another NP or a group of NPs, an MD or a group of MDs, or is this some corporation that their office isn't even local? I find that whoever is running the show can either make or break the practice and make or break the job for you. Pitfall number 8 is not asking how many patients you're expected to see a day. This can vary greatly depending on the type of organization is, who's running the show, but I've seen anywhere from 10 up to 30 or more, and in my opinion, particularly for your first year of practice, 30 is unsustainable and is crazy. It's not good healthcare, it's not good for you, and like I said, right out of the gate, it's not going to work for you. You want to find a place that's going to start you out in a sheltered C-like environment, start you out with a couple patients a day, and then ramp you up as your confidence and your speed increases. I would say that probably starting out about 10 to 15 patients a day is doable and sustainable. Anything more than that, particularly your first couple months of practice, is probably not going to work out in anyone's favor. And so be careful about that, ask about that before accepting the position. Pitfall number 7 is not asking who's going to cover for you during vacation, during sick times. Do they have a management team? Do they have somebody who's going to step in and help you out with that? Or are you going to be expected to do it on your own? Some places expect you to be on for 24/7, and particularly your first year, I don't believe that's sustainable. So be careful about that and ask before accepting the job. Pitfall number 6 is failing to ask about on-call status. Now, this kind of ties in to vacations and sick time, but what I'm really talking about here is, are there going to be nights that you're expected to be on call? For example, if you sign on to a position that is maybe going to be running a detox facility or some type of recovery facility that's operating 24/7, we need to have people on call at night. So are you going to be expected to do that? If so, is there any additional payment or reimbursement for that, or are you expected to do that for free? Pitfall number 6 is failing to ask about length of your appointment times and your administration time for charting and paperwork and all that jazz. So on average, you're looking, particularly starting out as a new Psych NP, you should be looking at doing new psych evals no less than an hour, 90 minutes if you can really push it, and no less than 30 minutes for a follow-up. Now, as time progresses, you're going to get quicker with this, and oftentimes most organizations do not give you separate time to do your charting and your notes. That time is typically built into your appointment time. So if you have 30 minutes for your follow-up appointments, that means you've got to see the patient, write your prescriptions, and you have to write your note and sign your note before moving on. Now, one way of doing that is to do what they call collaborative charting, but that's basically a fancy term for charting while you have the patient in front of you. And some people think that is impersonal. However, it is the reality of the day that the quicker we see people, the more reimbursement we get. So there's going to be a drive from the organization for you to see people as quickly as possible. So ask what that allotted time is. Pitfall number 5 is failing to ask if it's a profit or a not-for-profit organization. It's been my experience that for-profit organizations will drive you harder. They want to see you get through people as quickly as possible, because the quicker you see people, the more reimbursement everybody makes, right? So I've seen as short as the expectation of 15-minute follow-ups and half hour to 45-minute psych evals. And is that doable in the real world? It is doable if you have experience, if you've been doing this for a while. But if you're straight out of the gate, I would caution anybody working for a for-profit organization that's going to expect that. Now, a non-profit organization typically runs largely on grant money, and they're not looking specifically at reimbursement to keep the lights on and to pay you. So there tends to be a little bit more of a cushion there. It tends to be a little bit more focused on actual patient care rather than the cattle drive of getting people in and out. And my preference is to work for a nonprofit. Pitfall number 4 is failing to ask what is the payment structure. Is this going to be salary? Is it going to be hourly? Is there going to be bonuses based on the number of people that you see? Is this going to be 1099 where they're going to basically pay you reimbursement or a percentage of reimbursement on the people that you're expected to see? Also, who's paying for things, your overhead? Who's paying for, if you work in a state that requires MD supervision, who's paying for that? Who's paying for your malpractice insurance? Who's paying for your DEA card? Who's paying for your continuing education that you're going to require? These are all things that you need to ask up front, because you don't want to find out that you're making, let's say, $5,000 a month, but $2,000 of it is going to paying for insurance and supervision and all that jazz. So you need to find that out up front. Pitfall number 3 is, how are they treating you? Are they treating you as an employee, or are they treating you and respecting your license as the independent licensed individual that you are? Because ultimately at the end of the day, it is your license. And why I bring this up is there's a lot of for-profit places out there that they just want to use your license to pump out as many prescriptions as possible. And you may not feel comfortable with that. And ultimately, it is your license. So I've worked hard for my license. I know that you've worked hard for your license too. So at the end of the day, no one is going to tell me what I'm going to prescribe and how I'm going to prescribe. If I don't feel comfortable giving that individual a prescription for whatever it is, I'm not going to do it. And so if you're working for an organization that's going to hold that over your head and try to make you write prescriptions, you want to find that out up front, and that would be a place that I would avoid. So why is this important? This is important because when the nursing board or the DEA come knocking, or other law enforcement come knocking and say, why are you prescribing the way that you are? Why are you writing so many controlled substances? They're not gonna care to hear, well, my boss told me to do so. No, it's your license, you're responsible. In case in point, there's an excellent documentary on HBO Max titled American Pain, and this was a pain clinic that was paying MD $50 a head, and they were just seeing patients and cranking out opiate prescriptions. So when the house of cards fell, the authorities were not interested in hearing that, oh, I work for this pain clinic and they made me write these prescriptions. No, no, no. You're the licensed prescription authority. You wrote them. You suffer the consequences. So please keep that in mind. Don't get sucked into writing prescriptions if you're not comfortable with doing so. And pitfall number 1 for newly licensed Psych NPs and those newly starting their first job: do not go out and make any large purchases. Now, I know, oh my God, you're celebrating, you've graduated from school, this is your first job, this is more money that you've made in your life most likely. But do not box yourself in and run out and buy that brand new car. Don't go buy that 4-bedroom home. Wait at least a year, settle into the career, settle into the money, save some money up, because you don't know if that first job is going to work out. I'm just going to be honest with you, and I don't want to see you pigeonhole yourself where you've put your back to the wall and now you can't leave, or you're afraid to leave, because if you do, you're going to be financially strifed. So please do not run out, make large purchases right after graduation, right after starting your new job. Please wait at least a year, put some money aside, save some money, and after that year, you want to go blow it all, go ahead and do so. And here's a bonus pitfall for you, is ask about a non-compete. If they expect you to sign a non-compete, I would tell them absolutely not. And if they force you, I would turn away and I would find a job elsewhere. For those of you who do not know what a non-compete is, this is a contract that you sign when you get hired, saying that if you leave there, that for certain X amount of time, usually maybe around 5 years, that you cannot work in the particular area of the field, you cannot work in a geographical location. It depends. Anybody can write whatever they want in these contracts. So please ask about a non-compete before accepting the position, before signing the paperwork. Make sure you scour that paperwork to see if there's a non-compete in there, and I would absolutely refuse to sign a non-compete. Well, that's it for today. I hope you found this helpful. Please comment below, like and subscribe. If I can help you out with anything, please let me know. Please check back for more tips and tricks in your first year of practice. And I will be holding some classes, most likely on Zoom. So if you're interested in those, stay tuned. I will have that information for you of how you can get signed up and how I can help you in your first year of practice. Have a good night. Bye-bye.